Have you ever been told that raisins or granola bars are the perfect healthy snack? Maybe your doctor mentioned them. Or perhaps you saw them listed in a magazine article titled something like Top 10 Foods for Seniors. So, you started eating them, thinking you were doing something good for your joints, your heart, your overall health. But what if I told you that one of these so-called healthy snacks could actually be the reason your knees ache every morning, or why you're waking up with stiff, inflamed fingers? You wouldn't believe it at first. Most people don't. In fact, almost no one questions it, especially seniors trying to eat better. That's the trap. Now, I'm not saying you've done anything wrong. You've been misled, and you're certainly not alone. But here's the truth. One ingredient hiding in your healthy snack might be slowly destroying your joints from the inside out. And today, we're going to expose it. Let's rewind for a moment. Imagine this. It's mid-afternoon, and you're feeling a little hungry. You want something quick, something that won't mess with your blood sugar, and most importantly, something that's healthy. So, you reach for a granola bar, or maybe a small handful of raisins. After all, they're low-fat, natural, and packed with energy, right? That's what we've all been told. But here's the twist. Many of these so-called health foods are actually loaded with hidden sugars, inflammatory oils, and preservatives that wreak havoc on your joints. Yes, even the ones labeled organic or heart healthy. Let's start with raisins. While they come from grapes, which are naturally sweet, when dried, the sugar becomes extremely concentrated. Just a small serving, less than a quarter cup, can contain over 20 grams of sugar. That's more than a glazed donut. And sugar is one of the worst offenders when it comes to inflammation. It spikes your insulin, triggers your body's stress response, and inflames tissues, especially around your joints. But it gets worse. Granola bars? Most of them are cleverly disguised candy bars. They may contain oats and nuts, but they're also packed with high fructose corn syrup, soybean oil, artificial flavors, and even natural sweeteners like agave nectar, which would be just as bad. These ingredients fuel chronic inflammation, the very root of arthritis, joint stiffness, and even heart disease. And the worst part? Because these snacks are marketed as healthy, especially for seniors, you trust them. You believe you're making smart choices. You think, I'm eating better now. But instead of feeling better, your knees hurt when you stand up. Your fingers are stiff in the morning. You blame age, but it might just be the food. It's like putting premium gas in your car, except it's secretly filled with sugar water. And here's the kicker. 99% of seniors have no idea these innocent snacks could be the silent culprit behind their joint pain. Now, let's dive deeper. Because understanding how these snacks cause joint damage is the key to reclaiming your mobility and independence. Here's the truth. Your joints don't just wear out like old tires. That's a myth. What actually happens is this. When you eat foods high in refined sugar, inflammatory oils, and processed additives, like those in granola bars and dried fruits, your body responds with something called chronic low-grade inflammation. You see, sugar floods your bloodstream, causing your insulin to spike. In response, your immune system kicks in a high alert. It sees this constant sugar surge as a threat, almost like a virus, and goes into battle mode. But there's no real invader. So instead, your immune cells end up attacking your own tissues, especially the soft cartilage in your joints. Over time, this causes swelling and stiffness in the knees, hips, and fingers, cartilage breakdown, making bones rub painfully together, painful movement, even during light activities like walking or bending. And doesn't stop there. Let's talk about vegetable oils, especially the ones used in low-fat snacks. Oils like soybean, corn, and sunflower oil are incredibly high in omega-6 fatty acids. While your body needs a little omega-6, most modern diets contain far too much, creating a serious imbalance. This imbalance turns your body into a pro-inflammation factory. It's like pouring gasoline on a fire. Your joints start to ache, swell, and deteriorate from the inside out. And guess what? This isn't just a theory. Studies published in major medical journals like the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that a high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is strongly linked to increased joint inflammation and arthritis symptoms, especially in older adults. Think about it. You're eating what you think is healthy, but behind the scenes, your joints are being silently attacked every single day. No wonder you wake up stiff. No wonder your morning walks have gotten shorter. No wonder your knees feel like rusted hinges. This is why simply taking painkillers or joint supplements doesn't work for everyone. You can't fix a leak by mopping the floor. You have to turn off the tap. And that starts by knowing which foods to avoid. Now, don't worry. I'm not here to take away all your snacks. In the next segment, we'll talk about what you can eat instead. Delicious, satisfying options that reduce inflammation and actually protect your joints. So now that we know which so-called healthy snacks are silently wrecking your joints, let's shift gears. Because here's the good news, you can still snack. You don't have to give up flavor or fun. Just trade in the foods that cause inflammation for ones that actually heal and support your joints. Let's talk about what really works. 1. Nuts, but the right kind. Nuts are a fantastic source of healthy fats, protein, and joint-loving nutrients. But not all nuts are created equal. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which fight inflammation head-on. They act like natural lubricants for your joints, easing stiffness and helping you move more freely. Almonds provide vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect joint tissues from damage. Brazil nuts are packed with selenium, which supports joint flexibility and reduces swelling, especially in people with osteoarthritis. Just remember, always choose raw or dry roasted, unsalted versions to avoid added oils and sodium. 2. Berries, nature's joint protector. Berries like blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries are small but mighty. They're loaded with anthocyanins, plant compounds that have been shown to block inflammatory pathways, the very ones triggered by sugar and refined oils. One study even found that older adults who ate berries regularly had lower levels of C-reactive protein, a key marker of joint inflammation. Try adding a handful of frozen berries to a bowl of plain Greek yogurt. It's a sweet treat that actually supports your knees and hips. Chia seeds and flax seeds. These tiny seeds are powerhouses when it comes to joint health. Just 1 tablespoon of chia or flax provides a hearty dose of plant-based omega-3s, fiber, and antioxidants. They help reduce joint swelling, support gut health, which also influences inflammation, and even helps stabilize blood sugar, something many seniors struggle with. You can sprinkle them into smoothies, oatmeal, or even mix them with almond milk to make a simple anti-inflammatory pudding. 4. Hard-boiled eggs or turkey slices. Looking for something savory? Go for protein-rich options like hard-boiled eggs or a few slices of roasted turkey breast. These snacks give your joints what they need to rebuild and stay strong: amino acids. Plus, eggs contain vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium, crucial for maintaining bone strength and keeping joints stable. 5. Olives or avocado. These snacks are high in monounsaturated fats, which have been shown to reduce joint pain and slow cartilage breakdown. Avocado is also a great source of magnesium and potassium, nutrients essential for muscle support and pain control. Spread avocado on whole grain crackers or snack on a few olives between meals. Just avoid the heavily salted or canned versions. Now, why do these snacks work so well? Because they don't just avoid inflammation, they actively reverse it. They nourish your body instead of confusing your immune system. They cool the fire rather than feeding it. And here's something you'll love to hear. Many seniors who switch just 1 or 2 daily snacks see real results in a matter of weeks. Less stiffness, more energy, easier movement, and even fewer pain medications. These aren't just minor tweaks. They're life-giving changes. And you don't have to overhaul your diet overnight. Just one small swap can make a huge difference. So next time you reach for a snack, ask yourself, is this helping my joints or hurting them? Let me introduce you to Margaret. She's 72, a retired librarian, and a proud grandmother of 5. But not long ago, Margaret could barely walk down her front steps. Her knees would throb just standing at the sink. Every morning, she'd dread getting out of bed, knowing that deep, aching stiffness was waiting to greet her. She tried pain pills, creams, even expensive supplements. Nothing lasted. Then, during one of her regular appointments, her doctor asked a question that surprised her. "Margaret, what are you eating between meals?" That one question changed everything. She'd been snacking on what she thought were healthy options. Granola bars, yogurt raisins, even some fruit and nut trail mixes. But as we've discussed, many of these are loaded with hidden sugars, oils, and additives that fuel joint pain. So she made a change. She swapped her granola bars for walnuts and blueberries, traded her sweetened yogurt for plain Greek yogurt with a few flax seeds. And instead of chips, she reached for a hard-boiled egg or a handful of olives. 3 weeks later, Margaret told her daughter, "I walked around the block today, and I didn't need to stop." Her pain didn't disappear overnight, but her mobility improved, her inflammation dropped, and most importantly, her hope returned. And then there's Henry. He's 68, a retired carpenter. Tough guy, never asked for help, until the pain in his hands made it nearly impossible to grip a coffee mug. He was convinced it was just old age. But his wife, bless her heart, started watching health videos online. One day, she tossed out the box of crackers he loved and handed him a little bowl of almond butter on celery sticks. He grumbled, but he ate it. Then he ate it again the next day. And again. 2 months later, Henry was back in his garage, building a birdhouse for his granddaughter. When she came to visit, he opened his palm and showed her. "See that? I can make a fist again." It wasn't a miracle cure. It was a daily choice to support his joints instead of sabotaging them. These stories aren't rare. They're happening every day to people who finally make the connection between what they eat and how they feel. And it's not about being perfect. It's about being aware, empowered. Because when you stop feeding inflammation, your body stops screaming in pain. When you nourish your joints instead of punishing them with processed health foods, something incredible happens. You move again. You sleep better. You live better. In our final segment, I'll give you a simple checklist you can use every time you reach for a snack, so you never have to guess whether it's healing you or harming you. Let's make it easy and empowering. So, we've uncovered the trap. The so-called healthy snacks that may be quietly fueling your joint pain. Granola bars, dried fruits like raisins, veggie chips, and even some protein bars. Hidden sugars, refined oils, artificial additives. Now it's time to flip the script. If you want less inflammation, less stiffness, and a better shot at waking up without those deep, aching joints, you need a joint-saving snack strategy. So let me give you a simple checklist. Print it out. Stick it on your fridge. Carry it in your purse. Make it your go-to guide every time you open a cupboard. Here's what to look for and what to avoid. Eat these joint-friendly snacks. These nourish your joints, reduce inflammation, and support long-term mobility. 1. Nuts and seeds. Oh, best choices. Walnuts, almonds, flax seeds, chia seeds. Oh, rich in omega-3s and antioxidants. Natural inflammation fighters. 2. Fresh fruit, low sugar. Oh, best choices. Berries, apples, oranges. Oh, berries in particular are packed with polyphenol that protect your joints. 3. Hard-boiled eggs. Oh, excellent source of protein and vitamin D, which your joints love. 4. Celery or carrot sticks with nut butter. Oh, crunchy, satisfying, and loaded with healthy fats when paired with almond or peanut butter. Just make sure it's unsweetened. 5. Greek yogurt, plain. Oh, avoid flavor versions. Add cinnamon or a few fresh berries yourself for natural flavor without added sugar. 6. Olives or avocado slices. Oh, healthy monounsaturated fats help lubricate joints and reduce stiffness. 7. Tuna salad or hummus on cucumber slices. Oh, protein plus anti-inflammatory fats plus crunch equals the perfect combo. Avoid these pain-promoting traps. Even if they look healthy, these are joint pain in disguise. 1. Granola bars. Oh, often packed with sugar, refined grains, and inflammatory oils. 2. Dried fruits, especially raisins, dates, apricots. Oh, concentrated sugars that spike inflammation and blood sugar. 3. Flavored yogurt or pudding cups. O sugar bombs indisguise. 4. Vegetable. Remember, your joints don't wear out overnight. They were down from what you repeatedly exposed them to, especially food. But here's the good news. Your body also responds quickly when you give it the right tools. Even just swapping your snack once or twice a day can lead to real, noticeable relief in a matter of weeks, just like Margaret and Henry. So here's your challenge. Try just one joint-saving snack today. Just one. Notice how you feel. And tomorrow, try another. This isn't a diet. It's a decision to move easier, to hurt less, to live more. And you, my friend,